Welcome to the Pathways to Surrender podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and thank you for joining us for this guided meditation. Please note that these meditations are recorded in a tropical setting with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Let's take a moment now to just get settled in, get comfortable and relaxed. Maybe close our eyes and take some breaths and just listen to the music before the meditation starts. Every one of us, for our own reasons, due to our own unique circumstances, has made a decision. We will live by our own control. We will be in charge. We will be individual and autonomous. We've made this decision based on the experience of betrayal, some trusted relationship that led us to believe that being open and trusting was not safe. The decision to live this way is a decision to deny and suppress that which is authentic, which is real. The history and story of that denial and suppression is unique and complex within each one of us. And our journey requires the unwinding of that story and history. Not that we have to explore the past indefinitely, but we must come to the point where we can see that in this moment we are in some way controlling our relationship and connection with our authentic self. For when we were betrayed, and however that happened, and we decided that relationships can't be trusted, it was our relationship with ourself that was broken. We literally split ourselves in two. Creating an ego, an identity that we could trust, and turning away from the authentic self. But that very splitting became a source of suffering, struggle, because the effort required to maintain the identity and the ego, to maintain control, to deny the authentic, leaves us sick and tired, anxious and frustrated, because the ego and the identity are based in a dualistic, oppositional framework. That makes everything good or bad, right or wrong, and which has no connection with the intelligence, wisdom, and creativity that is the nature of our authentic self. Practice and our journey is the reconnecting of our conscious awareness of that authentic self. Become conscious again of our whole self. End the split, to heal the split. But it is not the joining of the ego, the identity with the authentic. It is the laying down of the ego which will heal and bring wholeness. This is our greatest challenge, for we are so accustomed to the ego and the identity that we don't even recognize that they are simply a creation of our mind. We trust them, we have faith in them, we believe them. They tell us there's something wrong. And they tell us that if only we would do the right thing, everything would be okay. And they constantly judge and find problems. Our greatest challenge is to face the fear, letting go of the control, letting things flow naturally. We fear the input of light into our consciousness. We are afraid that we will disappear if we are not in control. Our fear takes many sizes and shapes. We each have our own unique demon to face, but in general, it is all the same. It is the letting go of control, surrender of our will to a greater power. And so, our practice requires us to be present to what we are doing right now. Are we saying yes or no? Are we avoiding? Or are we committing ourselves to facing whatever we need to face? There is no need to judge ourselves for our fear. It is perfectly reasonable that we are right where we are right now. And it is unreasonable to expect we should be any different in this moment. For despite all the control we have exerted, all the ways we have decided we know what is right, what is wrong, what is good and what is bad, and what is the right way, what is the wrong way. Despite all of that, our awakening, our becoming conscious, proceeds at a perfect pace, and it is not controlled by us. It is not determined by us. That is to say, by the ego and the identity. The ego can say it wants to wake up all at once, all day long. It will have no effect on anything, except perhaps increase our self-judgment and frustration. We think, we believe the ego is in charge. The identity is real. I think all the things it tells us are true. We believe that we are somehow inadequate or unworthy. That we are not doing the right thing, that we are not good enough. When in reality, no such thing is possible. In reality, all is perfect. All is exactly as it should be. We have to finally admit that we don't know what is right, what is best. That we must surrender our will, let go of control, become available to the truth. Let the truth in. Let the light in. We have closed the curtains and are using our energy to keep the door shut on the light that will bring us peace, understanding, love. We're expending great amounts of energy to keep that light at bay. All because to stop doing that is so frightening. The fear is intense. We will not necessarily overcome that fear in an instant. We dip our toes into it, adjust to it, till we realize we are safe. It cannot do anything to us. Fear cannot hurt us or harm us in any way. Letting go is not dangerous. There is no threat. Can you give yourself permission to stop blocking the light, to stop opposing what is, to stop trying to control anything, to stop finding fault or problems, to stop making judgments. Everything in you that is real, not authentic. It's calling you to accept the peace of who you truly are. The authentic self is alive, constantly expressing. And the opposition of the ego and the identity is using all our energy. There's nothing to fight. There's nothing wrong. What we fear is actually our salvation. Let us agree to be at peace with ourselves, to let the light in, to let the authentic be expressed freely. Light and love, the infinite consciousness, is alive within us. Our true desire is to be reunited with that. Let us make that choice. Let's decide to become whole again. Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you would like more information on these meditations and teachings, you can visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Wholeness. These are episodes of meditative teachings designed to help us move to the next step in our journey, letting go and learning to surrender, overcoming resistance. That's Pathways to Wholeness. Look for the next episode soon. We'll be uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.